ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। सर्ववेदान्त सिद्धान्त गोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। Finish the 430th shloka, wherein we are looking at the Jivan Mukti Lakshana, Jivan Mukta Lakshana. What are the characteristics of a Jivan Mukta, or the definition? There is no characteristic per se. Characteristic is not for others to identify. One who knows that I am Brahma, thereby he becomes a jnani. Now, based on the obstacles to his nishtha in that jnana, his level of commitment to it and not the level but the duration of time that he is in that tattva, or the level, when you say level of disturbance from the prarabdha, is less. The more nishtha is there, the less is the affliction of prarabdha. Now, this Jivan Mukta is one who has Ananda, Yasya Ananda. So, Yasya Sthita Bhavet Prajna Yasya Ananda Nirantara Prapanchaha Vismrita Prayaha Sa Jivan Mukta Ishyate. There on the, in fact, even before that, from 427, the Lakshana of Jivan Mukta has begun in this work. And it continues in 431st also, wherein 12 shlokas, through 12 shlokas it is said that here dvadashabhihi shlokaihi nirvikaratvam mukhyataya upapadayati. Nirvikaratvam, through the next 12 shlokas. It's not mentioned, so by the next 12 shlokas starting with 431st shloka, nirvikaratvam mukhyataya upapadayati. Primarily, it's not that that is the only topic, but nirvikaratvam, which was mentioned in the shloka where it was said, this nirvikaraha in 427, where it is a sutra bhuta shloka. So nirvikaraha word there, bhavartha is bhava is nirvikaratvam. What is that nirvikaratvam? That Bhagavad Padacharya describes primarily through the next 12 shlokas. Tasmin sati prajna pratishtaya tasyaha cha sadanandasya ayatna siddhatvat. Why does he do so? Because tasmin sati, tasmin means nirvikaratvam sati. When nirvikaratve sati, when nirvikaratvam is there, when there is no change, the vritti changes take a person away from his swarupa and bind with the koshas, and then koshatmana stitaha baddha. He becomes baddha by remaining as kosha instead of remaining as what his swarupa is, brahmatmana stitaha. So then once he remains in this nirvikaratva swarupa, prajna pratishtaya tasya sadanandasya ayatna siddhatva. Then what will happen when he remains in swarupa? Then there is no more prayatna needed for sukha. The prayatna to accrue sukha is no longer needed, because sukha becomes automatically manifest. Sadanandasya ayatna siddhatvat. Without any yatna it is siddha. Not only that, but prajna pratishthayaha tasyaha. So the prajna pratishthayaha tasyaha, once this prajna pratishtha is also there, the tasmin sati nirvikaratva is there, then prajna pratishtha, the jnana nishtha becomes possible, and sadanandasya ayatna siddhatvat. Both become effortless. There is no more effort needed for prakarsha jnana. Prakarsha jnana, the jnana, but prakarsha jnana is that aparokshayataya remaining there, nishtha. That becomes possible without any effort on the part of the jnani. Shanta samsara kalanaha kalavanapi nishkalaha yasachittopi nishchittaha sajivan mukta ishyate. Just let me cross check this. Yeah, nishchitta. There is a typo there. It should be nishchitta. Nishchitaha is there, not nishchitaha. Nishchittaha. Sachittopi nishchittaha. Even if he is along with chittena saha vartate iti sachittaha. Saha bahurihi. This person, even if it is, he is along with chitta. Chitta is there. We talk about manonasha. Manonasha is not that the mind is completely gone. If the mind is completely gone, there is no interaction possible with the world. So by inference we have to say that the mind is there, but the mind is one with Atma Tattva. It is not separately manifest. The ahankara is retained only for a particular purpose. We have seen earlier that only that shishya, to teach the shishya, that ahankara is retained, or to feed the body, the ahankara is retained so that the body survives. This is possible only when a person is out of samadhi. When a person is in samadhi, even that teaching and this is not possible, feeding the body. That's why we saw that forcibly fed by others, their interest is to retain the jnani's body. Therefore mind is also brought back by prarabdha, by others it is brought back. Jnani retains it so that he can use it as a tool, not for raga dvesha, because they are no longer there as vasanakshaya has happened. So shanta samsara kalanaha, this samsara kalana, whatever is there in samsara, what is there in samsara, what was there earlier, all the afflictions of samsara, all those are shanta. All those are shantaha. Kalavan api nishkalaha. Even if he has these parts, his body, mind, sense complex is put together by it's set of parts. Even if he has this body, mind, sense complex, even if he has this, still he is himself without them. He is nishkalaha. He is partless. Although he has a body, mind, sense complex, that body, mind, sense complex is not separate from Brahmatma, meaning it is just an appearance of the same Brahmatma. Yaha sachitta api, therefore even that mind which he has, antakarana which he has, even if he has the antakarana, he is himself free from the antakarana. Nishchittaha. Sachitto api, yaha sachitto api nishchittaha saha jivan mukta ishyate. That person is jivan mukta. And how can others know whether this person has a body or mind or not? Only the person who has the body and knows that this body is mithya and it is just an appearance of me, and so also the mind, he knows. Who else knows? Nobody knows. A jnani knows the jnani. Shanta samsara kalana yasya saha shanta samsara kalanaha. Bahuri there. Idam visheshanam nischittatve hetu. This adjective which has been used, this particular word, what is that? Shanta samsara kalanaha. This qualifies the jnani. And that word, because it is a hetu garva visheshana, because samsara kalana have become shanta, he has no more afflictions of the samsara, therefore nischittatva. Therefore nischittatve hetu. This nischittatve, it should be again, the ta should be there. That is the reason that he has no changes, that chitta is not there. Chitta is needed only that, see, the chitta will become a tool to attain something. Now this attain something, if it is due to you by prarabdha also, that mind will keep on becoming manifest. Otherwise a person has no reason to wake up from Sushupti, especially a jnani. Why does a jnani or anyone actually wake up from Sushupti? Because prarabdha is there. Jnani also wakes up, ajnani also wakes up from Sushupti. What is the difference between the two? There is no ajnana for a jnani, that is the only difference. Otherwise he is also waking up, because mind is becoming manifest. Where the stula prapancha, stula sharira, sukshma prapancha, sukshma sharira, and this entire vyashti samashti bheda, the connection, as long as vyashti samashtis themselves are resolved into that turiya, not turiya, in Sushupti avastha, in prajna, that Sushupti avastha, where is the sharira? But you see the person is woken up. Somebody calls out to the person, he wakes up. Where is the connection with the world? It is not there really. It shouldn't be there. Why is it that someone calls a person or touches the body and, moves the body, wake up, it's morning or whatever? Still the person wakes up. The sharira is resolved, but how does he wake up? The mind is resolved, but how does a person wake up from Sushupti? Prarabdha vashat. Only prarabdha is ripe, thereby someone comes and moves his body. That becomes a nimitta for a person, for the prarabdha to become active and for him to connect with the body. He is already woken up. He wakes up, connects with this sharira, and then he wakes up. So one example, there are many examples you can think of whereby you come out of Sushupti. How you come out of Sushupti, we don't know. Even the dream, if you analyze that some dreams are such that they wake you up, so they are based on the body. The changes which are happening in the body, they manifest in the dream as well. Or what manifests in the dream, that wakes you up, and you see that in the real world also it is similar. So these are the kind of things which indicate that prarabdha wakes up the person into the sharira. Atma gets connected, drawn back to the sharira. For an ajnani, it is real. This kosha is real, and as Atma, through tadatmya sambandha, whereas for a jnani that is not there. Therefore, sachittopi nishchittaha. He wakes up to this mind, but then that mind is not him. He says that it is not me. I am not the mind. The mind is me, but I am not the mind. It is a tool that he uses to meet the bare minimum requirements of the sharira. Sah jivan mukta ishyate. And then idam visheshana nishchitatve hetuhu. This is the visheshana that becomes the reason for him to not have chitta. Although chitta is there, he is himself nishchitta, because samsara kalana is not there. He is not afflicted by samsara. That mind is a tool for that weighing the options. Is this sukhatmaka for me? Is this dukkhatmaka for me? He does not have those afflictions. He does not have to weigh them at all. Therefore the mind has served its purpose. The buddhi did not make any decision there based on his raga dvesha ityadi. Therefore nishchitatve hetuhu bhavati. Kalavanapi sakala vidyavidapi nishkalaha. So kalavanapi, here there are two meanings taken here. So kala is a nishkalaha has been said, parts, but kala can be taken as parts, which is what I explained in the mula. But kalavan can also be taken that kalakara, he has a lot of kala. And what is that kala? Not the art forms, jnana, that is the kala. So he has a lot of vidya, vidyavanapi. Sakala vidyavidapi means sakala vidyavanapi. Even if he has all the vidyas, still he is nishkalaha. He is nishkalaha means the learning what he had has already served its purpose. He need not hold on to that vidya. There is no vidya maya. He does not say that, oh, I am a scholar, I need to, keep on doing this patha, I have to hold on to all of the knowledge that I have learnt. He is as though without learning. Nishkalaha Brahmavritti Vyatirikta Vritti Shunyatvad, because he has no other vritti. Only Brahmavritti is there. He need not keep on holding on other vrittis based on Shastra also. Shastra vritti also he need not hold on. Whatever he has studied, whatever he has learned has met its goal. It has fructified. Who holds on that? Nobody carries a boat after crossing the river or ocean. You don't carry it on your head unless you want it tomorrow for sporting activities. That's a different story. But if you want a log of wood and to cross a stream of water, you catch hold of some log of wood, cross over the river, the stream of water, and then after that water body is crossed over, you don't carry that log again. With great effort you find that log before crossing, but after that you dump it in the same water body, you just leave it behind because it has served its purpose. Someone else wants it, then you say that okay, I left it here, or you bring it back and give it. So this is why that Adhihi Bhago Brahmeti, that time he has to recall the jnana, the way it was taught, and then teach. Otherwise he has no use for it, to hold on to that jnana which has already fructified. So Brahma vritti vyatirikta vritti shunyatvat sa nishkala bhavati, kalavan api nishkala bhavati. Yadva, otherwise what is the other possibility? Yadva amoksham pranashraddhadi shodasha kala vishishta api. This is the interpretation I made in the Moola. I took the second meaning where kala means a part. Even if there are these parts, prana, shraddha, all of these are the shodasha kala purushaha. In Chandogya Upanishad also there are 16 parts to that makes up parts, as in so-called parts that make up the Purusha. What are the characteristics of this Purusha? 16 parts are there. Vishishtapi, even if the person is made of, this should not be amoksham, I think, yadva amoksham, it should be yadva amoksham, it should be amoksham, I think, asamantat. Until moksha is not there, this Purusha is made up of 16 parts. Then Vishishta api tatra abhimana rupa sangha bhava, sangasya abhava, he has no sangha, association with that Vishishta Purusha. That Purusha who is qualified by these 16 parts is not someone that he associates with. Unto that there is no abhimana, tadatmya sambandha is not there. Therefore parakiya pranadibhireva kala samsarga shunyam ityartha. He is without these parts. Kala samsarga shunyam ityartha. He has no association with these kalas, and therefore although the kalas are there, he not having tadatmya sambandha, he is nishkalaha. Yas sachittopi swatmana parinata chitta vishishta api. Sachitta api means swatmana parinata chitta vishishta api, that chitta is there. It is also an appearance of this Atma, Nishchittaha. He is Nishchittaha because Bahirvritti Shunyatvat. Sorry, same Hetu. You don't need another Hetu. Bahirvritti Shunyatvat, or the earlier which you have taken is that Brahmavritti Vyatirikta Vritti Shunyatvat. He has no other Vritti other than Brahmavritti. Antaranga vritti is also not there, let alone Bahiranga vritti. So he is saying Bahiranga vritti shunyatvat. There is no Bahirvritti shunyatvat. There is no vritti about the external world. Therefore, even if that chitta is there, he is nishchitta. Mugdhadivat ragadi shunyatvad va. Otherwise, just because he has chitta, he does not use it for his own purpose. He has a mugdha swabhava. You see, he is Shanta Swarupa, and then there is no competitive attitude there. He is Mugdha. Mugdha is like a child, pleasing because he has nothing to gain by interacting with the world. Therefore, Mugdhadivat, just like a child, or Ragadi Shunyatvadva, he has no raga. Therefore, you see, why do people talk to others? Because there is some pleasure that they derive from it. Now this person you are talking to, let's say, this is a friend in need is a friend indeed. So you are a friend to a other when he is in need. But then today, what is it? The society is deteriorating to such an extent that a friend in need is no friend of mine. He is in need, oh, I'll keep away, because he wants a lot of time which I can't give, lot of resources that I can't give. I have become so selfish. And in that kind of a scenario, when adharma, basically because adharma is growing, a dharmika purusha will go out of his way to help his friend or even a non-friend. But then you go to a person, a jnani, he does not want anything from you, he will never want anything from you. That time, what you tap is the swarupa there, that sukha swarupa is what you get in that presence. That's why many people who knew nothing about Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi flocked to him. Not because he taught any jnana per se. Many people just went there and you read their anubhava, they say that I felt good just in the presence. There is one chap whom I think UG Krishnamurti found somewhere across the world. Somewhere in Switzerland or somewhere, he just was roaming around, and in some laundromat he saw a guy who had put a poster of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi across the world, 180 degrees apart. And then he asked, oh, you know Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, you know him? He says, who are you talking about? He says, this person in the photo, do you know him? Have you visited, or what is it? Do you read his books? He says, no, somebody gave me this photo, I looked at it, I liked that photo, so I just kept it. He didn't know anything about Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, but just that photo, just look, he found it somewhere or someone gave it to him, he looked at it, he didn't know anything about him, but just that pleasing personality got to him. Therefore, ragadi shunyatvat mugdhadivatva nishchittaha. For that reason, he is nishchittaha. Sa jivan mukta ishyate. That is the jivan mukta. Further in continuation, vartamanepi dehesmin chhayavad anuvartini ahanta mamata bhavaha jivan muktasya lakshanam. Asmin vartamanepi dehe, unto this sharira which is currently there, it is present. Ahanta mamata bhavaha, there is ahanta mamanta bhava is there, ahankara and mamakara is there, otherwise how will he interact with the world, how will he feed the body? So we have to assume that ahankara mamakara is there. From the jnani's perspective, how is it then? Is it like the others? No. Chhaya vadanuvartini, it is following like a chhaya. This ahankara mamakara is following like a chhaya, like a shadow. You can't say that, oh, jnani has no sharira, then why should he have a shadow? He does not have a shadow. The shadow follows him. Wherever the sharira goes, the shadow follows. And ajnani also cannot say that the shadow is not me, this body is not the shadow, I am not the shadow. One may say that I am fat, but he does not care whether the shadow is fat or thin. There may be people who may be doing that also, that my shadow should look good. But it looks bogus, it looks so ridiculous to even say that. The shadow, we have no concern for how the shadow should look. We may have concern of how my body should look. So for ajnani, the way the shadow is, similarly the body itself is so like a shadow for a jnani. Anuvartin, it just follows. Wherever the body goes for an ajnani or a jnani, the shadow follows. But wherever this jnani is, sharira is there. Prarabdhavashat sharira is there. How is it there? Ahankara mamakara is there, just like the shadow. So vartamanepi asmin vartamane dehe api ahanta mamata bhavaha chhayavad anuvartini yasya has to be supplied there. From the earlier shlokas you have to borrow, you have to supply yasya saha jivan mukta yasya. So yasya saha has to be supplied because it is continuation of the definition of a jnani. So, yasya, not yasya, jivan mukta ishyate is not, so jivan mukta se lakshanam. So ahanta mamata bhava chhayavad anuvartini jivan muktasya lakshanam. No need to supply yasya. I assume that there is jivan mukta ishyate there. So jivan muktasya lakshanam bhavati. Chhayavad anuvartam छायावद अनुवर्तिनी अहंता ममता भावः जीवन मुक्तस्य लक्षणम. The ahanta mamata bhavaha, which is there like a shadow, that is जीवन मुक्तस्य लक्षणम. छायावद अनुवर्तिनी अस्मिन् स्थूलदेहे वर्तमाने अपि अहंता ममतयोः अभावः परकीय शरीर इव. So abhava, so ahanta mamata bhavah छायावद अनुवर्तिनी, or another split is what, that ahanta mamata mamataya abhavah. There is ahankara mamakara with this, I said ahankara mamakara is like a shadow, I mean the body is like a shadow, and therefore ahankara abhava is there. So I made a mistake there in explaining. I said that there is like a shadow, the ahankara mamakara is there. Not ahankara mamakara is like shadow. Ahankara mamakara is absent, like it is absent for an ajnani also towards his shadow. So that is what I was explaining, but that I faltered in conclusion. So ahankara mamakara abhava is there with the shadow for anyone. No one says that this is the I am the shadow. I am fat is possible, but not looking at the shadow, I am fat, or I am thin, I am tall. The shadow is what it is. It follows the body. Similarly, like the shadow follows the body, for a jnani the body follows him. Due to prarabdha it is there, and thereby like a shadow towards a shadow, unto the shadow there is no abhimana, ahankara mamakara. Similarly, there is no ahankara or mamakara for towards the body also for a jnani. Ahanta mamata abhavaha. So split is abhavaha, not bhavaha. Jivan muktasya lakshanam. So the tika chayavad anuvartini asmin stula dehe vartamani api. That body which is following, even this very body which is continuing now, is following like a shadow. Ahanta mamatayoho abhavaha. There is a typo there, the space is a typo there. Ahanta mamatayoho abhavaha, ahankara and mamakara not being there. Parakiya sharira iva, like the other's body. It is like something else. You don't have ahankara mamakara with someone else's body. Similarly, this body is something which follows. It is like something else, not me. Thereby this parakiya sharire iva, it is not that example is given. He does not look upon that body as someone else's body. It is not literal. It is just that like you do not have tadatmya sambandha with someone else's body, similarly he does not have tadatmya sambandha with his own body. जीवन मुक्तस्य लक्षणम एतेन सर्वेषां विकाराणां रागद्वेषादीनां जरामरणादीनां वा स्थूलदेहाभिमान मूलकत्वात् मूलाभावे निर्विकारत्वं स्पष्टम् उपपादितम्. So nirvikaratvam, which is primarily what is being discussed in the 12 shlokas that we are looking at, through this what has been shown is that nirvikaratvam has been shown. Why? Because stula dehe abhimana moolakatvat. What is stula dehe abhimana moolakat? What is ragadvesha and all the vikaras have their basis in abhimana, tadatmya, identification with the gross body. If that is not there, then nirvikaratvam is not, vikaratvam is not possible. Vikaras will drop off. Therefore, moola bhave, when that basis is not there, how can you have the result which is vikaratvam? So nirvikaratvam is the result. So all vikaras, because the ragadvesha also only after identifying with the body, and jara marana anyway is identification with the body, because jara and marana, old age and death, is the vikara of the body, the stula sharira. Tadatmya sambandha will drag you and bring those vikaras to you. You separate from them, thereby the ragadvesha as well as jara marana will not affect the jnani. Atitananusandhanam bhavishyad avicharanam औदासीन्यम अपि प्राप्ते जीवन मुक्तस्य लक्षणम. अतीत अननुसंधानम. Atitananusandhanam is atita ananusandhanam, not following the past. Past is like another life. Not following the past, bhavishyat avicharanam, not planning for the future. The future is what it is, like the past, the way it was. Audasinyam api prapte, and when audasinyam is prapta, sati saptami prapte sati, audasinyam is what? Become neutral. No choice is there. See, the free will, finally what is this free will? When Bhagavad Padacharya says prarabdhaya samarpitam swapuhu, body is also subject to prarabdha. Prarabdham pushyati vapuhu, the body is nourished by prarabdha. We don't have to do a lot. Even if you do a lot, you can't do much beyond a certain point. So you use the free will, you earn a lot of money, you have a lot of resources to entertain yourself, to feed yourself, for all sorts of things you have resources. But can the body take it? It cannot take it. Just because I have desire to eat so much, my stomach is only this much. In fact, there is a story about some Purana Katha that a person, there is a Rishi, I forget the name, the Rishi has a lot of appetite. So he keeps on eating. He keeps on eating, he is not able to fulfill his hunger. And someone else laughs. Someone else laughs at this, that look at you, you are eating so much. See, it is not that he has desire for food. That Rishi had a huge stomach. What can you do about it? Through prarabdha you have got that. In fact, that a person has a good appetite, you say, he has a good appetite, it is also a blessing. Because he can, worldly outlook is that you can eat. You want to eat and you can eat. Even if you don't want to eat, you have to eat. This is another problem now. Bhima had a great appetite in Pandavas. But he was what? Actually, Bhima is depicted in these movies and this TV series as a huge person, with a huge body. But he is Vrukodara. Vrukodara means like a fox. His stomach was like a fox really. His abdomen was like a fox. The fox's abdomen is curved inside. It is not bulging outside. It is not a pot belly. He was not a pot belly. He had a huge appetite. Similarly, this Rishi had a huge appetite. So he had to eat more. Hunger is there, you have to feed the hunger. It is like a disease, you have to take care of the disease. So the person is eating not for taste. The Rishi is eating to fill his stomach and the other is laughing. This Rishi had siddhis, he was angry and then he gave him a shapa. What did he say? You do not know what it is like to be my kind of trapped in this kind of a sharira. Due to prarabdha, I have to feed myself. Now I give you a shapa that in another janma, you will become like that prani who wants to eat so much but does not get enough. So that is what prarabdha feeds the body. You go around feeding the body based on prarabdha because hunger is given by prarabdha. You don't choose to be hungry. If there is no hunger as a treatment, so there may be a medication, that you induce hunger. But all this is, inducing is all different. Eat a lot and then you shed your weight through exercise. That is not what the goal is, right? The goal of life is to sustain the sharira so that you have enough resources to follow dharma, get chitta shuddhi, get jnana and reach purushartha siddhi. Now even if you have that, if let's say a dharmika person has earned a lot of money, dharmika, adharmika, however it is, but then there is no purushartha there. There is a desire but you can't feed. On one hand we talked about that Rishi who has no desire but he has to feed because hunger is there. On the other hand, the person has all the resources but has the desire also, but the body can't take it. Diabetes is there, he wants to eat sweet, cannot eat sweet. There is some digestive disorder, some piles kind of problem, and then a person cannot eat spicy even if he wants to eat spicy. What do you do with it? Another janma, to meet that desire, yet another janma. But otherwise prarabdham pushyati vapuhu. Prarabdha feeds the sharira. If you are clear about this, then why do you need free will? So this is the argument I was trying to bring, that free will is only so long as to choose a dharmic life, to know the tattva. Once you know the tattva, really, in my perspective, there is no free will to be used there. The only free will as a goal of life is to give up your free will. Think about this. Only goal of life, only purpose of free will for Purushartha Siddhi is to give up that free will. Otherwise, what will happen? One who uses free will has to be necessarily a karta, and akarta cannot use free will because this will is freed by merging with the universal will. It is freed. Free will, there is not free will, it is the will is freed. If he reuses it, he is bound. He becomes a karta. Thereby, in my perspective, the prarabdhaya, this swapuhu, prarabdha samarpitam swapuhu, offering that to prarabdha, the body is like offering your free will to the Lord. You take back your free will, I don't want it anymore. I don't have free will. I go with the prarabdha as and where it takes me, because using the free will traps me again. And we are talking about using the free will for making choices. Therefore, here what is it said? Audasinyam api. That neutrality is complete there in complete measure, that he does not make a choice per se. He looks at it. Jnani knows that this is bound to happen anyway. He just follows. Prapte api, this Jivan Muktasya Lakshanam. That is the Lakshana of Jivan Mukta. Atitasya ananusandhanam asmaranam. Ananusandhana, not following the past, means what? You don't recall the past. That's why adhi bhagavo brahmeti. Recall for my sake. Madartham smara. You recall for my sake, that is adhihi. Even Vedanta he has to recall and teach, let alone this smarana of whatever he has done in the past. There are a lot of people who talk about their past, I did this, I did that in the past, this is what happened. This is all ajnana lakshana. Because there is some vasana there which is fructifying. He may be a jnani, but even jnani who keeps on talking about the past, especially a sannyasi, listen to sannyasis who talk about their past as if they are holding on to that, as if they are missing that past. They are recalling with such joy. Others talk about it is a different matter, but the sannyasi or jnana himself talks about his past, his glorious past, so to say. Why? The glory is jnana. There is nothing else. That is the main vibhuti there. You recall the past, you are trapped. So atitam arita ananusandhanam. Atitasya ananusandhanam asmaranam. Not even recalling your past. I was this baddha jiva, I was in this daridrya, I was a very rich person. All this is bogus, it is mithya. That you are a person is bogus. Bhavishyatha agaminaha avicharanam achintanam. And what is going to come into the future, this kala itself is mithya. Kala is sambandha between Brahma and Maya. That is kala. Maya is resolved, avidya is resolved. Where is the sambandha? The sambandha is mithya. So how can there be kala? Kala itself is mithya. It is ticking for prarabdha. Prarabdha is ticking, but there is nothing called as kala there. So where is bhavishya also for him? There is no future. Not the way we say, this person has no future. That is a different way of, the different meaning of that phrase. He has no future, meaning there is no time. That future, it is literal there. So jnani does not think about, plan ahead for the future also. Praptyapi vartamane ityartha. Even if whatever is attained at that, vartamana is included. Bhavishyat and bhutakala has been talked about. Vartamana is also included there. So vartamane api praptyapi vartamane ityartha. Audasinyam. So audasinyam is shown, used to show that vartamana kala also, he is neutral in at this point also. Past anyway cannot be changed, future cannot be changed, current also he does not want to change. Audasinyam. He does not care about the current also. What is going on, let it happen. It is in keeping with sthane. It is sthane. It is as it is meant to be. Due to prarabdha, whatever needs to get done through jnani sharira, that may get done, but he himself does not have a choice to play there. Audasinyam api prapte jivan muktasya lakshanam. This is the lakshana of jivan mukti. So audasinyam sanga shunyatvam. What is audasinyam? Sanga shunyatvam. There is no association to take that decision. Okay, this is it. Jivan muktasya lakshanam. That is the neutrality there. Gunadosha vishishtesmin swabhavena vilakshane sarvatra samadarshitvam जीवन मुक्तस्य लक्षणम्. गुणदोष विशिष्टे अस्मिन् स्वभावेन विलक्षणे. अस्मिन् प्रपंचे जगति वा लोके, अस्मिन् लोके or अस्मिन् जगति, in this world where there is guna dosha vishishta, what is the vaishishyam of this jagat? There is guna dosha. So guna dosha vishishte api asmin swabhavena vilakshane, and which is different from swabhava. Atma swabhava is what? Satchidananda Swarupa. This prapancha is what? It is asat. It is jada, achit, jada, and it is antavat, ananantaha. Ananta, if you add another nanj, it will become anantaha, or you cancel both the nanj and then you land on antavat. It is antavat. It is anitya. Now this kind of a guna dosha vishishte asmin swabhavena vilakshane, which is different from the swabhava of the jnani, swarupa of the jnani, which is Satchidananda, sarvatra samadarshitvam. Although it is swabhavena vilakshane, unto that jagat which is different from him, it is mithya, it is asat, it is jada, it is endowed with guna doshas. The sattva, rajas and tamas sorry, the sattva, rajas, tamas which is there in the prapancha, all including the body. This body is also part of prapancha. Jnani sharira is also part of prapancha. Now this entire prapancha is guna dosha vishishta. It is contrary to jnani swarupa. Even then he has samatva bhava there. Sarvatra samadarshitvam. Everywhere he has samatva bhava, because sarvam atmaiva bhut tat kena kam pashyet. Therefore this samatva bhava, and samatva is the culmination of that yoga there finally. Samatvam yoga uchyate. But really Brahma is sama-brahma. Brahma is sama-brahma, it is uniform. It cannot be different in the prapancha. Prapancha is a mere appearance of the same Satchidananda Brahma with Nama Rupa. Asti Bhati Priyam and Nama Rupa. Aditrayam Satyam. This Aditrayam is this Asti, Bhati and Priya is Swarupa. Satchidananda or Satyam Jnanam Anantam, it is Swarupa of Brahma. Nama Rupa is Mithya. The other two are Mithya. Bhagavan Panchadashikara explains that Sarvatra Samadarshitvam, having that Samadarshanam unto everyone, everything, this is the Jivan Mukta's Lakshana. There are people who have this bias towards, I have a bias, there's favoritism. You see favoritism everywhere, through and through. Who can be really without any favor? Who cannot have partiality? Brahma alone, Sama-Brahma, and Jnani being Brahmatma, there is no partiality. Otherwise, there is choice. This is my, mine. Like Dhritarashtra. Dharmakshetre, Kurukshetre, Kimakurvata Sanjaya. What does he say there? This is Mamakaha Pandavaschaiva. Mamakaha Pandava. Pandavas are not different. It is the same family. It is same Kuru family. Mamakaha. Mamaka means mine. So Dhartarashtras are mine. Kauravas are mine. But Pandavas are also really Kaurava. We separate by calling the Kaurava is a Tadlita, saying that Kuru Sambandhi. related to Kuru family. They are part of Kuru family. Pandavas are also Kuru family. So in Kurukshetra, the Kuru family, one part of Kuru family is fighting with another part of Kuru family, and Dhritarashtra has identification or mamatva bhava only with his children and those who support him. So Mamakaha there. And Pandavas are separate. Pandavascha, partiality. All the way partiality, starting from Dhritarashtra to through and through everywhere, even for Bhishma. Why? Because he said Hastinapura. I will take the paksha of Hastinapura. Dharma, adharma is irrelevant to him because he has taken pratigna to protect Hastinapura. Partiality. If the Jnani also has it, what is the difference? Cannot be there. He is Brahma, Samabrahma. Therefore, Gunadosha Vishishte asmin Swabhavena Vilakshane Sarvatra Samadarshitvam Jivan Muktasya Lakshanam. Gunadosha Vishishte Atah eva Swabhavena Vilakshane. Since it is endowed with Guna doshas, therefore it is opposed to this Swabhava, Sarupa of Brahma, Asmin Jagati. Unto this Jagat Sarvatra Samadarshitvam. He has Samatva Bhava, uniformity, the vision of uniformity unto everything. Na nishedati doshadhiya gunabuddhyavana kinchidadatte avidyakam akhilam miti nyatva udaste yati kopi. There is a typo there, nyatva is there, it should be nyatva. Nyatva udaste yati kopi. Yati kopi yati hi. This kopi yati is any yati. Yati sannyasi there who has had Vidvat sannyasa, or who, so Vidvat sannyasa who has vidya, who has this Atma vidya. Avidyakam, akhilam avidyakam nyatva. See, his audasinyam is there. Why is audasinyam there? Because uniformity is there. Whether this happens or that happens, I don't care. It is both mithya. Good and bad, both are mithya. Dharma, adharma, both are mithya. Everything here is mithya for that Jivan Mukta. Thereby audasinyam is but natural. Why should you make a choice? There are people who went and asked, one Jnani went and asked, you sit here and you talk about this Brahma, do you know what is happening in the world? There is this wars going on. Do you know of all this? So much of cruelty is going on there, killing is going on. Do you know? Adharma is going on. Do you know? He says, my world is different from your world. You see your world, you don't have any clue about my world. Atmaloka, you have no clue of. So, in Swapna, you see, Swapna Prapancha, in Swapna there may be war going on, there may be so much of cruelty. When you wake up, you don't find solutions for the Swapna Krurata, Swapna war going on there, dream war, you don't have any concern. Similarly, Jnani who has woken up to this world has no concern. Now he cannot say that I have concern for these things and I don't have concern for other things. He has no concern for anything. That is Jivan Mukta Lakshana here. So, na nishedati dosha dhiya. He does not discard something saying that this has a lot of dosha, so I'll give it up. So, heyopadaya is not there. Guna buddhya va na kinchid adatte. So, guna and dosha can be separated. Looking at this shloka, guna means good guna, dosha means lack of guna. So, you say gunavan. When you say gunavan, you don't talk about bad guna. So, guna and dosha. Guna is something which is good is there, and then dosha means something which is bad is existent. So guna and dosha both are qualifying this prapancha. Something is good, something is not good. So what is not good? Nisheda. People say that this is not good, I'll keep it away. Someone else says this is good, I'll keep it. But Jnani does not have this. I'll take what is good, what is not good, I'll give up. He does not have this because he does not have to take or give up anything. He is Kritakritya. Because all of this is Avidyakam, Akhilam, Sarvam, Jagat, all this is Avidyakam. It is a resultant of Avidya and he does not have Avidya. Therefore, Avidyakam Akhilam iti jnatva, knowing that it is all Avidya Karya, Yatihi Kopi, he remains without all this. His samatva bhava is there. Iti atma vidya vilasoktaritya hanopadana rahitatvam. He does not pick and choose something or drop something. That is the samatva bhava there, which is explained in atma vidya vilasa. Yadva samam brahma, otherwise samam brahma. Brahma is samam brahma, uniform brahma. It cannot be different for different people. Brahmatma is one without a second, no other brahma, no other abrahma also. Nirdosham hi samam brahma iti shrutehe, because Shruti says nirdosham hi samam brahma. This brahma which is uniform is free from any of the defects. Sarvatra brahma darshitvam jivan muktasya lakshanam. Everything is brahma, sarvam nasti, brahma eva asti, brahmatma eva asmi, nothing else is there. Considering this, there is samatva bhava. Whatever appears good or bad, let the person be a papi or a punyatma. If they come and ask for some, just audience, this jnani does not have an issue at that stage there. That's why we see that there are people who are flocked by, even the corrupt people are flocking the jnani, and then we say, why do these people come to Swamiji? Why does he give audience? He has samatva bhava. He does not care that papi and punyatma both are mithya, both are this papa punya, both are mithya at that stage. Therefore he has no issues. We may have issues that, they are spoiling Swamiji's name. All this may be our ideas. They may be doing that. He does not care for that name also. He is completely withdrawn there. He has no choice to make. Ishtanishtartha samprapto samadarshitayatmani ubhayatra vikaritvam jivan muktasya lakshanam. Ishta anishta artha samprapto. When ishtartha is there, anishtartha is there, due to prarabdha it will be attained for the sharira. Guna guneshu vartante iti matva na sajjate. He does not associate with any of this. Ishta I want, anishta I don't want. Raga dvesha is not there. Samadarshitaya atmani. When that happens, that kind of a situation, circumstance is such, then atmani samadarshitaya, remaining in atma with samadarshana towards ishta and anishta. Because ishta is also appearance of atma, anishta is also appearance of atma. They do not really exist. Atma, I alone am there. Ubhayatra avikaratvam. Again nirvikaratvam. Avikaratvam, nirvikaratvam. Ubhayatra, with ishtartha or anishtartha also, he does not change. His attitude does not change. Jivan muktasya lakshanam. Ishtasya va anishtasya va arthasya sampraptau satyam. When there is ishtartha or anishtartha comes about, any vishya, idam ishtam, idam anishtam iti buddhya bhavat. He does not have this buddhi as, no, this I like, this I do not like. Atmani ubhayatra avikaratvam. Because in Atma there cannot be a choice that Atma does not like or dislike anything. How can the jnani like anything or not like anything? Because he has become one with this Brahma, which is samatva Brahma, Samabrahma. Harshodvega shunyatvam. So he is not afflicted by it, or he does not have harsha. Oh, good, I like this, that is there. Expression is different, but then he really does not have this harsha or shoka. Udvega is not there. There is no agitation. So earlier also you have seen Udvega. That time I was not able to get a right word at that moment. Agitation is a good word. He has no agitation. No opposition is there to circumstance. That is why prarabdha is going along with prarabdha, flow with prarabdha. The more you oppose the circumstance, there is more the effort involved, there is more torture to you. Jivan muktasya lakshanam. Loka drishtya ishtanishta iti kathanam. This ishta and anishta has been talked out from the perspective of others. He does not have any ishta or anishta. So ishta prapti, anishta prapti, ishtartha prapti, anishtartha prapti is not from his perspective at all. Others think that there is something ishta or anishta. Loka drishtya. Brahmanandara saswada asakta chittataya yatehe antar bahira vijnanam jivan muktasya lakshanam. Brahma iti spashtam. There is no tika on this. Brahmananda rasaswada asakta chittataya yatehe antar bahir avijnanam jivan muktasya lakshanam. Antar bahihi avijnanam. He has nothing like inside and outside. He is not really aware of what is happening around him. Completely aware he isn't, because he does not care. This mithya prapancha, there may be lot of things happening, good and bad. He is not connected with that because everywhere, yatra yatra mano yati tatra tatra samadayah. He resolves everything wherever his mind goes. There itself is samadhi because everything is resolved into Brahma. And at that stage, effortlessly. So where will he care about what is happening? When will he care about? Only when he comes out of that Brahma, retains some kind of a tadatmya sambandha or some kind of a association as a tool, as a karana, he will use that anta. Antakarana is a karana. When he uses that with that mamatva there, bringing in that mamatva, although that abhava is there, still he has to use it as a tool, only then he can do it. But he already has Brahmaswada. Brahmananda Rasaswada is there. Brahmananda Rasaswada, he is rejoicing that Brahmananda. And his chitta is completely asakta unto this. Chitta has nothing else. It has no asakti towards outward things. Ragadvesha yukta he isn't, because Vasanaksha has happened. It will not manifest as Ragadvesha. When Ragadvesha is not there, Kama is not there. Kama, Sankalpa, Vichikitsa, none of these are there. There is no play of this mana and buddhi to make decisions and then finally land in some kind of a sukha, Vishaya sukha, karma. None of that is there. Therefore, Brahmananda Rasaswada Asakta Chitta Taya, that becomes the hetu for this yati. Thereby, Antarbhaira Vijnanam. He is unaware of what the Anta and Bahihi. This is inside, this is outside, because inside outside is one, which is outside, as not being there. Mithya. Jivan Muktasya Lakshanam. Dehendriyadu Kartavye Mamaham Bhavavarjitaha Audasinyena Yastishtet Sajivan Muktashyate. So who is Jivan Mukta again? Dehendriyadu Kartavye Mama Aham Bhavavarjita. Something has to be done by the body, something has to be thought about by the mind. It is prapta. Due to prarabdha, the circumstances such that he has to use his body, he has to use his mind, buddhi. That time also mama aham bhava varjita. There is no mamakara ahankara. He can be the most neutral. Audasinyena yastishtet. Through this neutral attitude, without partiality, who remains, he is a jivan muktaha. Dehendriyadu adipadena prana mano buddhyahankara parigraha. Deha indriya, all these are talked about. Adipada is there. Adipadena prana mana buddhi ahankara, all this can be brought in. Kartavyapi karmani cha. When some karma has to be done. Mama idam kartavyam. He does not think there is, so someone may think that it is his duty, he should do it. He does not think it is my duty. He may do it, end up doing it, not do it, however it is. He does not have any kartavyatva bhava. He does not have any kartavyatva. He does not have kartavya bhava. That I have to do it. It is my duty, I have to do it. He may say it also, but there is no duty, because all these duties are prescribed by Shastras or by society based on Shastra or some other way. All this is with the thinking that I am a limited entity. All these rules are for whom? Who is a karta bhokta? For a karta bhokta there are rules. He is not a karta. He does not have any bhoga to be attained. He is kritakritya. Where is the kartavyatvam then? Kartavyatvam is for karta. Karta not being there, there is no kartavyatvam. Thereby, kartavye karmani prapte api, kartavye karmani cha mama idam kartavyam maya idam krutam. Not only it is something to be done, it is done by me. That ahankara is not there, or mamakara is not there. Therefore, maya idam krutam itiva mama bhava varjita is free from that mamakara also. So, I and mine, he does not have I and mine kind of a thing to anything in any circumstance where something needs to be done. Dehendriyado aham manushyaha aham pashyami mama dehaha mama chakshur ityad the adhyasa varjitaha. Finally, what is the meaning is that, like for others, there is association as I am a human being, I see, this is my body, this is my indriya, this is my ear, this is my eye, ityadi. Adhyasa varjita, this kind of a adhyasa, kalpana is not there, superimposition isn't there. Yaha audasinyena tishtet. So, audasinyena means adhyasika tadatmya shunyataya, asangataya, without association. That is the audasinyam. Just like others' body, this is my body just like others' body. It is not my body. The way I think about another's body, similarly I think of my body also. Thereby what happens? I have dissociated with all. I treat every body including mine with this attitude of non-partiality. That is the neutrality there. Audasinya means adhasika tadatmya shunyataya. He does not have any tadatmya sambandha with his body, because his body is like another body, just another body, mithya. Asangataya tishthet. He remains without any association. Sa jivan mukta ishyate. This is the 437 shloka. We'll stop here. We'll continue 438 onwards in the next patha. सर्व वेदांत सिद्धांत गोचरं तमगोचरं गोविंदं परमानंदं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोस्म्यहम्. Any questions? So I'll see you in the next patha. Namaste.